What's up everybody, D-Man back. Welcome to a brand new video, and today we're going to be doing another Godzilla King of the Monsters news and updates. So remember when I said in a previous video that if I was low on time I would just do a video talking all about the previous movements of Godzilla and his new tracking history, where he's going to wind up and what's going on with the King of the Monsters. And that's all on the Monarch website, by the way. Well, here we are. We are going to do that right now because I don't have much time today. So starting out, Godzilla showed up around Hawaii, and then it looked like, so from there he had headed down from China to Hawaii. Then all of a sudden he headed back up to China. Everyone was getting excited. Oh man, he's gonna meet Mothra right before Comic-Con. And then he pulled a nice prank on us, went offline. Monarch lost tracking of him. Then he showed back up, headed right down towards San Diego. He was headed right down towards San Diego Comic-Con. Lots of people were getting very excited. People were doing the math. Yep, checks out. If he keeps at this pace that he's going, at this angle for however long, in 2 days and however many minutes, he'll wind up at Comic-Con. Well, guess what? He wound up at Comic-Con at the exact time the Hall H panel for Warner Brothers began. Showed up there just in time to see his trailer premiere. After San Diego Comic-Con, Godzilla left and headed down south. Looked like he was headed towards South America. Lots of people were getting very excited about what monster is in South America. Who knows? Is it Kumonga? He's a jungle animal and there's jungles down there. Getting all excited about that. And then Godzilla pulled another nice prank on us and he decided, no, I don't actually want to go to South America after all. Then he started heading for what looks like Skull Island, and I still strongly believe this is Skull Island, and I can defend that position because it's in the South Pacific. We know for a fact Kong Skull Island is in the South Pacific, and it pretty much matches up with the old Google Maps location for where Skull Island was. So I think it's safe to say this is Skull Island. Everyone was thinking, oh my god, it means something for the story. Godzilla's gonna get there, and this will be when he meets Kong. So then Godzilla will know Kong by the time Godzilla vs. Kong starts. No, it's not going to work like that. First of all, Godzilla, as we now know, did not go to Skull Island. He passed it by and is headed towards Australia. Second of all, no, this Monarch website means nothing for the timeline, means nothing for the movies. Basically, what we can gather from it is that Rodan is in Mexico, Ghidorah is in the Antarctic, Mothra's in China. There's nothing more to gather from it. The rest of these locations are probably going to reveal locations that we'll see in King of the Monsters, or a hint to maybe monster cameos where monsters come from in the King of the Monsters movie, but it does not mean anything for the story in terms of if Godzilla shows up there, he's been there. We know for a fact that Godzilla goes into the sea in 2014 after killing the Mutos and is not seen again until King of the Monsters events kick off in 2019. So if Godzilla shows up at South America, or if he shows up in wherever, it's not going to matter for the story because in the timeline, in the Monsterverse, he has not been there. We'll hop on over to the Godzilla Tracker now and we can look at it here. So as you can see, Godzilla is turning south now, and a lot of people are presuming he is headed towards Australia. I think that's a safe bet. We do have a blip on Australia. I'm not sure who would be there. No monsters that I know of have come from Australia. Looks like up here near what is presumably, I think, Vietnam. I think this is Vietnam area. Looks like the blip may actually be closer to Thailand, so I'm not sure who or what would be there. In Japan, looks like we have maybe, I would assume that this is the Jungjura power plant that Monarch turned into a Monarch base after the Muto moved in. Moving around, we have something in Russia. Again, I'm not sure who that would be. Maybe it's just near Moscow because Rodan has destroyed Moscow in the past, so maybe he could destroy it in this new movie. I have no idea. Probably not, but I don't know. We have two more blips here in southern Europe and northern Africa. Actually, we have it looks like 3 blips in Africa. I don't know what any of them would be. We have one here in England. I don't know what that would be either. We have one up here. A lot of people have identified this as Lake Loch Ness up in Scotland. It's a safe bet. I'm not sure if that means, you know, the Loch Ness monster is going to be in the movie. As for this one in the Atlantic, I think Godzilla will go here leading right up to when the movie comes out. I think this might be his last location that he goes to because I strongly believe this is where Godzilla will start King of the Monsters. My guess is that this is the Godzilla temple. This is the underground Godzilla temple. That'd be my guess. So it, you know, may not be, but I feel like it very well could be because, of course, that's under the water, and I do think that Godzilla will be there in the new movie. Don't know who would be in South America. Maybe Gabra. He showed up there in Monster Planet's timeline, right? Looks like Las Vegas, Nevada is marked on the map, probably because that's where the female Muto erupted from. Not sure what's going on up here in the north near Canada or in Canada. Maybe that is still America, but it kind of looks to be on the border. So I'm not sure who would be up there. And I don't know who would be down here near Florida either. I think that's just symbolizing monarch bases all over the world. Not all of them are going to be attached to monsters, but I have no idea. I think the idea of tracking Godzilla is pretty fun. Could reveal some interesting stuff on the map, but don't expect things to show up right away. It'll probably be quite a while before we start getting these blips unlocked. You know, the movie's a year out, so Godzilla's not going to just show up at all of them, right? It's probably going to be a slow development. He'll show up at one, it'll take a while to get to the next one, he'll keep taking a while to get to the next one, and so on and so on. Trailers will come out, more will be unlocked, and eventually the movie will come out, and by then all of them will be unlocked. So in 300 and something days, we'll have them all unlocked, but until then, probably just going to be minor developments. I know some people are theorizing that Manda is going to be maybe in Australia, or King Caesar is going to be in Japan, or some of these things, but I think logically it makes sense that Jinjuro would be in Japan, and Nevada would be in America because that's where the Muto erupted. So I think we could see some previous locations return like that. Vietnam, who knows? Maybe they're just like, yeah, we'll put that there because Kong Skull Island had some scenes in Vietnam before, you know, the rest of the movie was filmed in Vietnam. When they went to Skull Island, but I have no idea. Probably not. That's a little ridiculous. Who knows? I don't. Tell me what you guys think down below. Who do you think is where, and what do you guys think about the whole tracking Godzilla thing? Do you think it's a little too gimmicky, or do you think it's fun? Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. D-Man, out.